Prologue: The Laughing Genius Feynman. Richard P. Feynman, an American physicist, awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1965. But describing him merely as a great scientist would not do him justice. Feynman broke conventions, simplified the most difficult physics, and enchanted people with his joy for life itself. He had a serious past, taking part in the development of the atomic bomb, yet he was also the cheerful teacher who made students laugh. While explaining quantum mechanics, he truly was the genius who turned science into play. Chapter 1: A Boy from Brooklyn. Feynman was born in 1918 in Brooklyn, New York. His father was an ordinary office worker, but with an extraordinary philosophy of education. Don't just memorize answers, learn to think for yourself. On a walk, when they saw a bird, his father said, "Knowing its name means nothing. What matters is asking, how does it fly? Why does it flap its wings?" That lesson planted in young Richard the habit of always seeing with his own eyes and questioning everything around him. Chapter 2: MIT and Princeton, a rising talent. At MIT, Feynman quickly stood out. He solved problems faster than anyone, often giving the solution before professors even finished, writing it on the board. This boldness surprised many, but also earned him great respect. In graduate school, he met John Wheeler, a brilliant physicist, and together they worked on unsolved problems in quantum mechanics. At Princeton, Feynman became known as the kid who calculates at lightning speed, solving even the hardest problems with a sense of play. Chapter 3: The Manhattan Project and Safecracking. During World War II, Feynman joined the Manhattan Project at Los Alamos, helping to develop the atomic bomb. Barely in his mid-20s, he became essential to the team, running countless calculations. But his fame came not only from his math. He became notorious for his safe-cracking adventures. Classified documents were kept in safes, but Feynman spotted the weak security and began opening them one after another. Using slips of paper to detect patterns in the dials, he cracked multiple safes in a single night, leaving notes on his colleagues' desks. It wasn't espionage, it was a warning. Your secrets aren't safe at all. This playful defiance shocked his peers and made them laugh too. Yet when the war ended and he saw the destructive power of the bomb, Feynman was left with deep personal conflict. Chapter 4: Feynman Diagrams, an idea that changed the world. After the war, Feynman threw himself into a new challenge: the tangled mess of quantum electrodynamics. The theory was so complex that few physicists truly understood it. Feynman asked, "Why is this so complicated? There must be a simpler way." His answer was the Feynman Diagram, a way to visualize particle interactions as simple drawings. This idea revolutionized physics, making once impossible calculations intuitive and accessible. For this breakthrough, Feynman received the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1965. Chapter 5: The Unconventional Teacher. Feynman was not only a researcher, but also a magnetic teacher. At Caltech, he delivered what later became the legendary Feynman Lectures on Physics, a series that inspired generations worldwide. His classes were like performances, filled with humor, vivid examples, and enthusiasm. Students recalled, attending Feynman's lecture felt like watching a show. He made physics not a burden, but an adventure. Chapter 6: A Genius Who Enjoyed Life. Feynman's brilliance extended far beyond the lab. He loved playing the bongo drums, often performing at parties or even in his office. In Brazil, he immersed himself in local music, dancing in the samba parades of Carnival. He also painted and pursued art with passion, declaring there is no boundary between science and art. Chapter 7: The Challenger Disaster and Scientific Responsibility. In 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded, and Feynman was appointed to the investigation committee. He grew suspicious of a rubber seal called the O-ring. On live national television, he performed a simple experiment, placing the O-ring in ice water and showing how it lost flexibility in the cold. That demonstration shocked the world. It was proof that simple, clear evidence could outweigh complicated excuses. Feynman showed what it meant to be an honest scientist. Chapter 8: Feynman's Philosophy. Feynman's words carried wisdom far beyond physics. Don't just believe what people say. See for yourself. Science begins with doubt. Never be satisfied with thinking you understand. Keep digging until you truly do. His philosophy is timeless, and even more relevant in today's age of AI and overwhelming information. What matters most is not just access to knowledge, but the ability to think independently. Epilogue: a scientist who loved life. Richard Feynman. He transformed science from an intimidating subject into an adventure anyone could enjoy. Haunted by his role in nuclear weapons, yet beloved for his joyful lectures, his drumming, his painting, and his uncompromising honesty as a scientist, Feynman lived as proof that curiosity and joy can change the world. And the question he left us with still echoes today: do you really understand it?